Hi everyone, in this video I want to explain very important C program. See the question. Write a C program to read positive numbers from user till user enters 0 and display for each number whether it is even or odd. I hope you understand the question. Write a C program to read positive numbers from user till user enters 0 and display for each number whether it is even or odd. See input. Enter positive numbers. Press 0 to stop. Pass a message to the user. What is that message? Enter positive numbers. Press 0 to stop. But suppose user passes these numbers 34, 27, 99, 22 and 0. If user enters 0, program will stop. Finally, what will be the output? 34 is even and 27 is odd, 99 is odd, 22 is even. Not only for these numbers, your input may be some other numbers, but program output must be like this. Given number is even or odd. To write this program, first of all, you should know how to find the given number is even or odd. Okay. Before discussing this question, see two more questions. See, write a C program to check the given number is even or odd. This is very simple basic program to check the given number is even or odd. What will be the condition? For suppose entered number is n. N modulo 2 equal to 0. This is the condition. Okay, n modulo 2 equal to 0 means here n is a given number. And modulo 2 means after dividing this n by 2, we get a remainder. To get that remainder symbol is what? Modulo symbol. If that remainder is 0, then that n is even number. Otherwise, odd number. This is a condition to check the given number is even or odd. This is a basic program and simple program. By using if condition, we can check. Next question is, write a C program to read a number from the user and display it is even or odd. Repeat this process till the user enters 0. What is the difference in between these two questions? First one is, take only one number and check that number is even or odd. See second question, take number of numbers. If you enter some number, immediately you have to get the result it is even or odd. Next enter another number. Next enter another number, like that. Up to user enters 0. Write a C program to read a number from the user and display it is even or odd. Repeat this process till the user enters 0. To write this particular program, if condition alone is not sufficient, we have to use a loop. In C language, we have three types of loops: while, do while and for loop. By using looping control structures, we can write this particular program. But in this video, I want to explain not these two programs. First program, that is write a C program to read positive numbers from user till user enters 0 and display for each number whether it is even or odd. Small correction, and finally display. Okay, and finally display for each number whether it is even or odd. To write this particular program, we have to use control structures. If-else control structure and looping control structures, for loop and also array concept. Okay, array concept is very important concept. We should use array concept in this particular program. What is meant by an array? Suppose see here int I. This is integer variable. It takes only one number and it occupies 2 bytes of memory. Actually, this is depends upon compiler. Can we store more than one number in this particular I? No. But now I want to enter more than one number in same container. That container is nothing but array. Int a of within square brackets enter size. Okay, this is array declaration. Here a is array name. Name of the array is a. That is your wish, but you should follow identifier rules. Here 10 is the size of the array. What is 10? Size of the array. That means we can store 10 numbers in this particular container. We can store 10 numbers, not only one number. We can store 10 numbers. But suppose in the place of 10, if I write 100, then I can store 100 numbers in this particular array A. What is meant by array? Array is a container. It takes a homogeneous type of data elements. Homogeneous. What is meant by homogeneous? Homogeneous means same type of data elements, not heterogeneous. Homogeneous type of data elements. That means I have to enter all our numbers in this particular container, not names, numbers, characters mixing. Okay, only enter all numbers, 100 numbers. It takes 100 numbers because the size of this particular array is how much? 100. Okay. And array index is always starts from 0. Actually here integer type of variable is I. Variable is nothing but named memory location. This is a memory location, name is I, and it takes 2 bytes of memory. If I enter any number in this particular I, that will be placed in this memory location. But here integer type of array A, but it takes 100 elements, 100 numbers. Okay, this is a container. Homogeneous type of data elements. This is a container. Up to how many blocks? 100 blocks, because the size is 100. Array index is always starts from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Size minus 1. What is the size? 100. 100 minus 1 means 99. 0 to 99. Name of this container is A. Okay, continuous blocks. Here it takes 2 bytes and it takes 2 bytes and it takes 2 bytes. But starting address is placed here. A of 0, next A of 1, next A of 2, A of 3, A of 4, etc. We can differentiate these particular blocks or these numbers with this index. A of 0 is the first element present in this container. A of 1 is the second element, A of 2 is the third element, and A of 3 is the fourth element, and so on. This is about array concept. By using array, we can write this particular program. First, see the output for this particular program. After that, I'll explain how to write this program. First, see the output. Compile this program. Execute this program, Control plus F9. See how many numbers you want to enter. Now I want to enter only 5 numbers. 5. Enter positive numbers and 0 to stop. If you want to stop after entering a 3 or 4 numbers, then immediately pass 0. Suppose 10, 26, 45, 38 and 86. I have entered total 5 numbers. Press any key. See, 10 is even, 26 is even, 45 is odd, 38 is even, and 86 is odd. Sorry, 86 is even. This is output of this program. Again, I want to execute. Now see, again I want to pass a 5 numbers. That is your wish. Depends upon array size. Enter positive numbers 0 to stop. 45, 76. Now I want to stop. That's why I'm entering 0. See, after entering 0, program will not take inputs. 45 is odd, 76 is even. Immediately it prints the result. Okay, after storing given numbers in a particular container, again we are retrieving those numbers and displaying those numbers are even numbers or odd numbers. To write program, first of all open this editor, then write these things. Variable declaration in C language, we have to declare variables before usage at first line of any function. Here main is a function, declare variables list here. I want to take integer type of array, so int, array name is A and size is 10 If you declare array in your program, you should declare another variable to maintain index. For index, here I am using I variable. That must be integer type of a variable because index is a number that is starts from 0 and ending is size minus 1. Okay, here size of this array is 10, but I want to pass a statement to the user. User may want to enter only 5 numbers or only 8 numbers or only 10 numbers, etc. To enter like that, I want to pass a message to the user. Enter how many numbers you want to pass. To store that particular entered number, here I am taking n, variable n. Okay. At present, I don't know how many variables are necessary in this program. So finally semicolon. Next, clear screen. After that, pass a message to the user, that is a printf. Enter how many numbers you want to pass. You want to pass. How many numbers you want to pass or you want to enter. This colon is just to display at result screen. Then finally, quotation marks close, bracket close, semicolon. I want to store that particular number within the variable n. So %d is format specifier for integer variable and ampersand n. Entered number is placed in the address of a particular variable n. Okay. Next, printf. Enter positive numbers. Enter positive numbers. Press 0 to stop. Okay, this is just a message to the user. Enter positive numbers, not a single number. Enter positive numbers. Press 0 to stop. To store entered numbers, here already I declared an array. Size is 10. But entered how many numbers user wants to enter, that value is placed in this particular variable n. To store entered numbers in this particular container array A, use loop. I want to use a for loop here. For first of all, initialization I is equal to 0, then I is less than n. Okay, I starts from 0. Here I started I value from 0. I is equal to 0. Then I is less than n. Not equal to n. Okay. I is less than n. Or I is less than or equal to n minus 1. We can write like that. Here I is less than n. Then incrementation statement I plus plus. Then bracket close. Don't give semicolon after for loop. Okay. After looping statement. In your practice, simply after writing this program, after getting your output, then do some changes in this program. For suppose enter semicolon after this for statement. Then see the result. What will be happened? Okay. Now to read entered numbers, function is scanf %d ampersand. Suppose another variable t. Here I used I, that is index variable n, to enter this particular value, how many numbers, that is n. Here enter positive numbers and press 0 to stop. To read these numbers, here another variable is a t. There is no declaration for t, that's why go to declaration part, then declare a t variable. Now coming to this section again, semicolon. If the given number is 0, then we have to stop execution of this program. So if condition is if t equal to 0. If t is 0, break is a keyword. It is used to break the execution of this particular for loop. Okay. If this condition is true, then break will be executed. This break statement breaks the execution of this particular for loop. So control comes to out of this for loop. Okay. Else If t is not equal to 0, then we should pass this particular value t in this particular array. So a of I equal to t means here entered number is assigning to this particular a of I. Initially I value is 0. So a of 0 is equal to t means first of all, for suppose if I enter 20 is my input, first input. So 20 is placed in this particular a of 0. Next I plus plus. After that again reading one more number up to entering 0. Bracket close. This for loop is only to read numbers from the keyboard and place those numbers in that particular array. Now we have to find out those numbers are even numbers or odd numbers. So again write a for loop to display actual statements. For I is equal to, again starts from 0, I equal to 0, then I is less than, suppose n, I plus plus. Please do concentrate on this condition I is less than n. Actually this is not correct. I'll explain why it is not correct later. See here, I is equal to, I equal to 0, then I is less than n, I plus plus, bracket open, then if a of I modulo 2 equal to 0. This is the condition to check the given number is even or odd. Here given number is already placed in this array. So a of 0 modulo 2 equal to 0. If that condition is true, then printf at next line %d is even, comma, where is that number? In the place of a of I. If this is not correct, a of I modulo 2 equal to 0 is not true means that is odd number. Okay. I hope this condition is already familiar to you. Else printf slash n %d is what? Odd. Bracket close, then a of I only. Then here for loop closing, get ch, bracket closing. Now alt plus F9 and control plus F9. Enter how many numbers you want to enter. For suppose 3 numbers. Enter positive numbers and press 0 to stop. 34, 65, 89. See, 34 is even, 65 is odd, 89 is odd. Okay. Program is correct up to here. But suppose, again execute this program, enter how many numbers you want to enter. 5 numbers. 5 numbers. At starting only I am entering 0. See, why we are getting like this? 5040 is even, 12290 is even, 460908 is even, like this. Actually, I have not entered any value in that array. Initially, I pressed 0, but at output it shows like this. Again, I want to execute. For suppose 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. Now 0. See, 1, 2, 12 is even, 4, 5 is odd, 7, 9 is odd, 64 is even, but last 5040 is even. See, 64. I didn't enter 64 also. I entered only 3 numbers, 12, 45, 79. Up to result is okay. But last 2 numbers, 64 and 5040, I didn't enter those values. But here it shows those values. Because in the displaying for loop, second for loop, because of this condition I is less than n, I entered 5 numbers. Okay. But here I stored how many values? See, how many values? Only 3 values. After 3 values, I pressed 0. Okay. Only 3 values. Means here n value is 5, but I value is only 2. 0, 1, 2. 3 values placed in that particular I. But here I am printing 5 values, not 3 values, 5 values. In that array, only 3 values are there. Remaining values are some unexpected values automatically generated. I am printing those values also. Here I is less than n value is 5. So don't use here n value because the count entered numbers here. Okay, to count those numbers I am using another variable C. C is not declared in this program, so go to declaration area, then declare C. There I am using incrementation operator C++. That's why C initialization is 0. Initially C is 0. If we enter any number that is not 0, then that number is placed in this particular array. Then one number is placed in that array, so C++. C value is 1. Next number 2. Next number 3. Okay, so 3 values. Next number for suppose 0, then break will be executed. Control comes to second for loop. Out of this first for loop, then control comes to this second for loop. Now C value is only 3. Okay, now here in the place of n, write C, not n. So C value is 3. Here in the displaying statements, it checks up to the value of C, not all values. Okay. I'll explain very clearly in the dry run. Now see the result. Alt F9 and Control F9. Now see 5, 12, 3, 2, 35. Now 0. See. It is printing up to the given numbers, not unexpected values. But suppose I want to enter 10 numbers. 10. Enter positive numbers and press 0 to stop. 6, 5, 7, 234 and 500, 235, 7610. Now I want to press 0. See, output is correct. Now see the dry run of this program. For suppose n value is 3. Okay, n value is 3. Here I value, initially write I value, then condition I is less than n, next I plus plus, okay. T value, T equal to 0, else A of I equal to T. Okay, C value. Okay, initially I value is 0. Then I is less than n. 0 is less than, what is n value here? 3. I want to pass only 3 numbers. 0 is less than 3. Condition true. Control comes to here. It reads one number. That reading number is placed here. Array. Okay. T is not 0. But suppose entered number is 35. 35 is not 0. So else part, this statement executed. 35 is placed where? At A of I. So A of I value. A of I means A of what? 0. A of 0 value is what? 35. Okay. 35. Then C value incremented. Initially C value 0. C plus plus means C equal to C plus 1. So this is 1. Next, control comes to I plus plus. Now I value is 1. And 1 is less than 3. Condition true. Now value is 20. 20 is not 0. And A of 1 equal to 20. 20 is placed where? At A of 1. Now C value is incremented, that is 2. Okay. Now again I value will be incremented. I is less than 3 means 2 is less than 3, condition true. But suppose now the value is 105, then A of 2 equal to 105. C value will be incremented, that is 3. Next I value is incremented, that is 3. 3 is less than 3, condition false. Okay. If this condition false, control comes to here. Displaying for loop. In displaying statements, A of I modulo 2 equal to 0. A of I modulo 2 equal to 0. This is the condition. Again here, I starts from 0. I is equal to what? 0. Then I is less than C, not N here. I is less than C. And next condition is this. So here I is 0, 0 is less. What is the C value? C value is 3. So here 0 is less than 3. A of 0. A of 0 modulo 2. A of 0 means what is the value present in A of 0? 35. So 35 modulo 2 equal to 0. Condition false. If this condition is false, else statement will be executed. So here 35 is odd will be displayed. Then I plus plus. Now I value is 1. So 1 is less than 3. Condition true. Now what is the value present in A of 120? 20 is even. So 20 is even will be displayed. Even. Okay. Because this condition satisfied. Next number 105 is odd. Okay. Like that. Now see one more dry run. Suppose n value n is equal to 5 and I value I equal to initially 0, then I is less than n. I is less than n. Then t value a of I equal to t, then c value. I value is 0. 0 is less than n value is 5. 0 is less than 5. Entered value, but suppose enter value is 100. That 100 is placed where? 100 is not equal to 0. So 100 is placed in A of I. A of 0 equal to 100. 100 is placed in A of 0. Then C value incremented. So C value is 1. Next I incremented. Control comes to here. I incremented. So I value is 1. 1 is less than 5. Condition true. Again it reads one more value from the keyboard. For suppose that is 35. So A of 1 equal to 35. C incremented, that is 2. In this time, I again incremented. Now I value is 2. 2 is less than 5. Now entered value is 0. Okay, 0. Here see t value 0 equal to 0. 0 equal to 0. Condition satisfied. If this condition is satisfied, so break statement executed. Now control comes to out of this for loop and control goes to this second for loop. Now try to print those numbers and try to check those numbers even or odd up to C only, not up to N, because at the middle I entered 0. User may or may not entering 0 at the middle of that size. Okay, we should write the program for every user, not only particular condition, for every expected values of inputs. Okay, here for I is equal to 0, then I is less than 3 means here what is the C value? I is less than C means what is the C value? C value is 2. So I value is initially what? 0. Again assigning 0. Actually I value is 2 here. Again in this for loop I value is 0. So I value is 0. Then I is less than C means 0 is less than C value is what? 2. Okay, we have to check up to that 2 only, not up to 5. Because at the middle I entered 0. So break statement executed. I less than A of I modulo 2 equal to 0. So here A of I means what is the value present here? 100. 100 modulo 2 equal to 0. Condition true. So it prints 100 is even. Next I incremented. Then what is the value at A of 1? 35. 35 modulo 2 equal to 0. Condition false. Now control comes to here. It shows 35 is odd. Next I incremented 2. 2 is less than 2. Condition false. If this condition false, control comes to here. Get CH, then closing bracket will be executed. Okay. Now see, trace the program at the editor. Now trace this program by using shortcut F7. Execution starts from main function, variables declaration, clear screen, enter how many numbers you want to enter. Entered number will be placed in this particular N. For suppose enter values or 5, enter. Now again press F7, scanf, enter a number, suppose 45. T value is not equal to 0. That's why control comes to A of I equal to T statement. Enter 45. Number is placed at A of 0. Again press F7. So one value is placed in array, that's why E incremented. Now again I incremented and condition satisfied, that's why control comes to scanf statement. Again enter another value, for suppose 600, enter. That 600 is not 0, that's why control comes to a of I equal to t. Again F7. Now C incremented. Now C value is 2. Again it is asking one more value because I entered 5 value. So here now I want to enter a 0. T equal to 0. So condition satisfied. So break statement executed. Control comes to outer for loop. Then it checks all these statements. Entered number, first number is 45. 45 is not divisible by 2. Completely divisible by 2 because remainder is 1. That's why it is odd. Next number is what? I think 600. Okay, 600 is even. Okay, see, 45 is odd and 600 is even. This is the program. I hope you understand each and everything in this particular program. Still, if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. After watching this video, please try to write this program yourself in a paper or in your notebook. After that, come to this editor, then write your program, then see the result. If you like the way of explanation, please hit the like button and share to your friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.